Hi viewers and welcome to the Revolution channel. My name is CARMIMUA and in today's video we are about to do a fiery, snappy 5-minute Q&A. Now I post a very quick Instagram story on the Revolution Instagram and I've asked you if you have any question about makeup, any tips that you might want, and let me tell you Beebs, you came true. You asked so many and personally I couldn't just pick, it's like picking my yellow heart. So Revolution just sent me a couple of random screenshots and we are gonna do this right now. So I hope you got your snack, I hope you got your beverage, because we're gonna start with the first question. There is favorite Revolution eyeshadow palette. Ooh, okay, so that is a very hard question. As you guys know, Revolution is just bringing their game to the next level. I'm just gonna exclude all the collaboration palette with mine as well, because I feel like I should just say that like my favorite is my own one, so I'm just not gonna do that. But I probably say if I had to pick three, let's do three. Flawless 4, Shook palette, and Iconic Division. So yes, that I can't pick less than that. I really can't. Next one is, what kind of brush do you use for highlighter? I normally always use the Revolution 320. There is like a fan brush. I do feel like it hugs the cheeks beautifully and I can just get like my kind of life on, and yes, absolutely loving this. Next one is, what's the best tips for doing wing eyeliner? Wing eyeliner is one of those things that practice will make it perfect. A steady hand, of course, will always help. But I find it that like sometimes it's the shape, the problem. And I feel like some people always wanted to know like how to get the shape right. And for me is following my lower lash line. So when I used to do makeup on people, everyone has different eye shape. And sometimes like when you're used to your own one can be kind of difficult to do somebody else. However, sometimes happen that the top of our eyes don't actually match. Like one of them is a little bit more higher than the other, like one creases differently. But if you realize, and if you're looking onto your mirror, your lower lash line is pretty much almost symmetrical. So what I tend to do is I follow the end of my lash line and I kind of make a line that kind of like keeps on going. So imagine that the cat eyes is kind of like an ongoing thing. You don't want to go straight up because that will happen when you're opening your eyes. The eyeliner disappears and also it looks a little bit weird. You kind of want to just make everything pull far away. So that is my little tip. Also, practice won't make it perfect. And let me tell you, BB, if I do it, so can you. But don't be defeated, because sometimes even to this day my eyeliner doesn't really look right, so just in case. Next question is, I'm bored with my routine. What do you recommend for going out of my comfort zone just a little bit? Now I personally don't know, my gorgeous BB, what's your normal routine? So if you are here watching this video, please let me know down in the comments below. However, what I find it when I need to spice up my routine and I kind of want to get away from like my everyday makeup, for me the easiest thing to do is, I tend to change my lipstick. So I tend to go opposite. Like if I use more like nudes that I normally tend to do, I go for example very good bright red, they're my faves. Or for example eyeshadow, I tend to use a lot of inner corner highlighter, so sometimes I tend to change the coloring. Like today I'd use Flash Me, so like my highlighter and everything, Buttes. Sometimes I will probably pop in like a very bright blue or anything that is slightly out there, and it works stunningly. So next question is, how to avoid creasing. Now avoiding creasing for me is like I'm thinking about like your under eye area. Blend as much as you can, use less product as possible, and always use a setting powder. I have dry skin and I still use setting powder at least underneath my eyes. I don't tend to use anywhere else except just underneath here, and I do love the Bake and Blot powder, like the press one is absolutely stunning and it's so easy to just carry with you. I definitely recommend that so much. And next question is, if priming with color correcting primer, is color correcting concealer necessary? Now it's depending on your skin and how much color correcting you personally want to use or you personally need. Now, I always say need because I feel like it's depending on your personal opinion and your personal preference. However, if you do want to cancel out completely any kind of like discoloration or any coloring and everything and just get like kind of a flat base to kind of build up your contouring and highlighting, I do find that like primer are beautiful if you if you want your skin to be a little bit more radiant. When I used to do makeup on people, I used to use yellow or pink depending on the skin tone, and that will kind of help me to like even up and brighten up the skin. But I always had to use like a red or a green color corrector in some area, again depending on who I did the makeup, like who was the client and what skin they had. However, do not follow sometime like how you see them on Instagram, because like I seen a lot of color correcting that was absolutely unnecessary, and I'm one of the people that I'm guilty, because you know, like for Instagram we kind of do the most and it's kind of fun to just pile on so much red color correcting on orange or whatnot. However, in real life, real makeup, you don't need that much. That is just like for the fun of the Instagram. Next one is how'd you get your eyebrows so consistent? Mine always look different. To be honest with you, eyebrows are kind of like eyeliner. Practice will make perfect, and I do find it like giving up a little bit of concealer underneath to like clean them up. It's gonna help a ton, and it's gonna give you like the shape that you want, as well as trimming them and plucking them. Like starting with a good base really helps. Now I know we're already off the 5 minutes, but I don't care. I want to do a couple of more. So the next one is let me see. What primer and foundation do you recommend for oily skin type? Now, as I mentioned earlier, I do tend to have a little bit more of a dry skin, so I might not be the best guy for you. However, from the Revolution kind of like area, like for the Revolution foundation and everything, what I see people using when they have oily skin as well, like Bestie Tammy and even Soph does, Conceal and Define looks like the first pick all the time. Again, they always use powder on top and everything, so I'm probably not the best person to like advice you on that. However, I do feel some of you basically need to help me down there in the comments. But I definitely see them using a lot of Conceal and Define as well as Revolution the Drop Foundation. Absolutely amazing. But let me tell you, I'm wearing on right now the Conceal and Define foundation. I do have dry skin. I just moisturize a lot, and it still looks and performs beautifully. And last question before I get into trouble, because I promised you all your 5 minutes, is sunglasses leaving red marks on my nose, what to do? Now, I feel like this question might be the best even answer from people that are eyeglasses wear, because they're used to it. However, when I do tend to have sunglasses on and I do have my makeup, I find that the best way to kind of get rid of like the area that sometimes it kind of misses is actually use setting spray, and I just like spritz everywhere, so just like a very nice fine mist, and you kind of have a 20-second slot when you can just like move a little bit your makeup around, and I just use like a very quick brush to just buff in the effect. Now I know sometimes it's not always possible, and if your glasses tend to like press a little bit more, it does give you like a little bit of an indent, but trust me babes, it happens to everybody, so don't you worry, don't you stress. If you do live in London, wearing sunglasses means it's a very, very good day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this very quick video. Please let me know down in the comments below if you want part 2. If you have more questions, I feel like we should make this into a thing because it's so much fun, as well as I love just chatting with you. So thank you so much guys for being here today, and always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate, and until next time, you're welcome.